apps. So the entire campaign functioned on the basic plan of having two winners who would get the grand prize of $40,000 each. The winning number was pre-decided to be 349. And these two bottles of Pepsi would be shipped to the Philippines by the company itself. But the entire plan went haywire when a glitch caused the vendors in the Philippines to manufacture 800,000 bottles with the winning number printed on their cap. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Have a Nice Day podcast with your host Janine
and Joshua.
And today we're going to skip some of the questions that we've been receiving through our Google Handy Advice section. And
not that we don't care, but back to regularly scheduled programming.
Actually, it's not, because we haven't really have we done something like this before where it's a topic rather than
no, actually, but this is something that I stumbled. This is something that I stumbled across maybe a year or two ago, and it was brought up recently on an episode of Tiger Belly, but very briefly. And I wanted to really touch upon this subject because it's something which was such a big downfall for such a major corporation.
It's on your face, bro. What is that? It's a thread. Is it a floss? Did you just floss your teeth?
I floss and I'm like, I have no time to throw this. Let me put it on my shirt and hope no one will notice. I'm not even wearing anything white.
Yeah, that's weird. You're wearing everything dark. Maybe it's from your earphone or something.
Maybe it's from my earphone thread, yes. Apple, you better make better quality earpods.
He sent this to me and I don't know about this.
Yeah, it was a
weird.
Very big controversy for a very big corporation, but we'll leave that we'll leave it towards the middle part, I would say, or the second half of this podcast. But before we do that, thank you for watching again, and thank you for listening again to another episode. Please do subscribe and like the video, and please do tell your friends to tell a friend about this podcast. We would really love all the support that you can give to us. And
we're back.
And we are back. This is the second time we're recording in
a week.
Second consecutive recording that we're doing right now.
We're gonna keep it that way.
Yes, we are accountable to you guys and we're accountable to ourselves. So
episode 45. Yeah. That's crazy.
45. Okay, but before we begin to our episode, obviously we have a segment that you guys enjoy a lot, and we're trying to bring a lot of cheerfulness and happiness, and this is the first time I'm ever gonna do this, so bear with me, guys. But this is our
Happy News of the Week. Bling!
Yes,
wow.
That was great. Okay, so this is something that happened in one of my favorite countries. Shout out to South Korea, not North.
Ouch.
Okay, so this is the South Korea toilet powers and this is the headline? Yeah. This South Korea toilet powers a university building and lets you buy food and books after you poop. So essentially, like, after you poop...
University professors in a South Korea university invented this toilet
that is run on someone's poop. So let's say you are...
No, when people poop, it generates power.
Yeah, so out of the poop...
Yeah.
It generates some sort of power that...
Electricity to power something in the university.
So this university, these are the highlights. Wait. Using a special toilet in South Korea can get you books, fruit, and even freshly brewed coffee. But do know, like, okay, it's not... The poop doesn't make the coffee, but you do know that in Bali, there are these...
Cat poops?
Yeah. Have you ever had it?
No.
No?
Not just in Bali. It's in the Philippines as well, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, but I've had it. The most expensive coffee.
Bobcat. No.
I can't remember, but what they do is they just suck the bean. It doesn't get digested. They poop it out, and from the poop causes some, I don't know how coffee works, but I just know it's very beneficial for me.
Yeah, and it's quite expensive.
Yes, it's the most expensive coffee in the world.
Mm.
Okay, but universities at Ulsan National Institute of Science and Technology near the southeastern coast of the country have designed a toilet that converts methane from one's feces into an energy source. Students who use a toilet are rewarded with 10 units of digital currency called G-Ghoul per day. G-Ghoul or Ghoul, I don't know, it's Google, which means honey in Korean, can be used at a market on campus to buy items like bananas, stationeries, and an instant cup of noodles. And the toilet has been coined BV, a shortened version of toilet like a bee with a vision, and is meant to be an eco-friendly and sustainable device.
So basically, the more you poop, the more rewards you get. It's like a loyalty program, but poop related.
No, but it's really cool. Can you imagine like someone's waste can actually generate electricity?
Yeah, that's how the world needs to go on from now, right? We
exactly,
need to be
some sustainable and renewable sources which is easily available to us.
Yeah.
And use that to convert energy, like solar power, hydropower.
And why not use poop?
Exactly. I mean, I poop every day. Do you?
Because it's waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's human waste at the end of the day. So
imagine if we could convert our urine to like fuel or something like that. That would be amazing.
A lot of people are drinking their own urine now, so.
Okay.
A lot of boxers do it. Floyd Mayweather actually does that as well.
What are you talking about? What? For what? What benefit does that give him?
Apparently, it has a lot of electrolytes or something. Drinks piss. Wait, sorry guys.
Stop making.
Yeah, see, up. Taking a piss. A brief history of athletes drinking their own urine.
It's supposed to be happy news of the week, not
this is very happy. This is makes a lot of people happy.
News of the week.
1 second. And a lot of them say that they're winning and they get all this energy and power from drinking their own urine.
Maybe.
Yeah, see, he reasoned that urine contains minerals, hormones, and elements that bind moisture to protein. So it essentially helps protein retain itself in the body during training season.
I don't know about that.
So see, our body is amazing, I would say, at the end of the day. It can do so many things, little that we do know of, but obviously I would never drink my own pee unless the situation requires for it, like if I was stuck in a rock or something, but
okay, let's get to the topic of the
but that was our happy news of the week, guys. I don't know if it made you happy or if it made you laugh, but if it did, then our job here is done. That was our goal for that segment. But
next week, I'll take the happy news of the week back from him, okay? Oh my gosh. Dude, are you fine? Do you need pee?
Need a hot cup of tea.
Oh my gosh, people are gonna unsubscribe from us because we're
Dude,
nasty.
I'm sorry guys, I hope that made you laugh though.
Thank you for the happy news of the week.
You're welcome.
Shall we get into it then?
We'll get into the episode now.
So this is all about how Pepsi, as a huge company, made a marketing mistake back in 1992 and
in Feb 1992
basically caused a war in the Philippines.
That resulted in what, 5 deaths. 5 deaths.
Okay, let's go through. I don't know actually, so let's go through it. So it all
I sent you this article in the morning to read through it to prep you, and you're like, yeah, we'll just do it live on the podcast.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool because Janine will learn about the story along with you guys, and the finer details I will also get to learn about this. So yeah, let's keep it going. You can read us this article that we found on medium.com.
So it all started in 1992, which is we're probably a year old.
I was a year old, and since Feb 1992.
Oh,
so
I'm not yet a year old.
This is my first birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is what happens when your birthdays happen.
Sorry, people of Philippines.
So it started in 1992. Pepsi decided to launch a new marketing campaign in the Philippines. It was the 12th largest market for soft drinks in the world, with a population that loved carbonated drinks. Golly, Filipinos love our carbonated drinks.
And their alcohol.
Sarsi, Pepsi. And I'm not sure if you've been to the Philippines, and for Filipinos, you go to a sari-sari store or a mini grocery store that's just nearby your house, where a tita or a lola will be selling you stuff, and you would ask them to buy Pepsi or Sarsi, and it comes in a plastic container. So it's like a cellophane plastic container.
Like a plastic bag, basically, because they give the bottles back to the companies.
Yeah, because it comes in glass, right? So instead of handing you over the glass, because then you would have to give it back, they just put it in a plastic bag for you, insert the straw, and then you can take it away. Or if you still want the glass bottle, then you would have to give them a deposit of like, I don't know how much, I think 5 pesos or something like that. And then either you return back the bottle when you're done, or you leave the deposit with them.
Yeah.
That's how it usually works. Anyway, however, Pepsi was a distant second to Coca-Cola in terms of reach to consumers. So Coca-Cola had the majority of the shares, which was 75%, while Pepsi only had 17% of the share.
That's a big gap. Yeah.
In the day, yeah. So Pepsi had always been brainstorming about new ideas to market the brand, albeit with lesser efficiency than they would have hoped. In 1989 had seen the launch of Pepsi AM, which was marketed as an alternative to coffee, but it did not go as well as they had planned. So in an attempt to try something bigger and better, they targeted a more populous country with a more ambitious project. This gave birth to the Number Fever, which was the name of the project, in the Philippines, which was revolutionary, just not in the sense of the word that Pepsi would have liked. And we'll know more as to why. So the idea was very simple. Every bottle of Pepsi and its affiliate brands like Mountain Dew and 7-Up had a 3-digit number printed on the back of the cap. So you know the tin cap that closes off the glass bottles?
Yes.
So when you flip it, underneath that you would see a 3-digit number. It was similar to a lottery system in which the winning number was announced on national television and prizes were given to people starting from 100 Indonesian pesos.
No, it's Philippine pesos. 100 pesos?
About $5. That's weird that they called it Indonesian pesos. The grand prize was 1 million pesos. That's huge. 1992, that's huge.
1 million pesos is life-changing. I don't even think celebrities would have had that much money.
In 1992.
In 1992.
That's huge. Which was a huge attraction for a large number of common citizens in the developing country. Of course, 1 million pesos? Wow.
See, a grand prize of 1 million, like here in the UAE, okay, we have those lottery draws, but those grand prizes are like 7 million dirhams. But at this time, 1992, in Philippines especially, where like not a lot of companies wanted to invest in, or not a lot of companies they must have had a lotto system. But I don't think it would have been this much of a grand prize, or even if it did, everyone would be battling to win this amount. Yeah,
everyone loves lotto in the Philippines. It's a huge thing. So Pepsi witnessed a whopping 40% increase in their sales over the course of just 2 weeks since the start of the campaign, and a huge spike in their customer base, with their promotion spreading like wildfire. Of course, everyone wanted a slice of that pie of 1 million pesos. The success of their strategy did not go unnoticed by the management, and they ramped up the budget, increasing the number of prices to ensure that more people were reached. Of course, they saw that it was working too well. They're like, let's give out more prices so people would buy more. It is estimated that around 31 million people in the Philippines engaged with their campaign, which is approximately half the population of the country at that time.
I can imagine. Can you imagine like buying like a 10-15 peso bottle of Pepsi
for a
chance to win 1 million?
Yeah.
People would buy crates of that stuff.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you could drink it, you know?
Exactly, so it doesn't totally go to waste. Yeah, and it's like, for me, I'm one of those people who can't tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi. So it's it's an easy substitute for someone who has been drinking Coke and like, okay, let me just switch to Pepsi, so I can at least increase my chances of winning.
Can I say something though? When I was younger, we weren't really allowed to drink a lot of soft drinks. My mom forbade that thing from home. Like it was the devil's liquid. So we were only allowed to drink it during parties. But because I wasn't allowed at such a young age, I never craved for it. Anyway, I knew distinctly the taste of the difference of Pepsi and Coca-Cola from in the Philippines from how it is here. So in the Philippines, I preferred Coke, and here I preferred Pepsi. Back in the days, I don't know what it tastes like now. Yeah.
So for me, I never had that preference. Like even for me, I can't tell the difference between Fanta and Mirinda, 7-Up and Sprite. I can, but Pepsi and Coke is completely the same for me.
It's weird.
So I think it would have been in a lot of people's good books, or like benefit that, okay, we could just substitute a Coke for Pepsi during this campaign. So I think that's another reason why it took off really well.
I wonder how much of Coca-Cola's share plummeted during this time, because if almost half of the population were drinking Pepsi or Pepsi products, then for sure Coke's majority
market share would have dropped. Yeah.
So the cause, how did this seemingly simple idea of driving up sales backfire for the soda giant?
Yeah, everything must have gone so well, and
it was doing so well up until
Cloud
this point.
Nine, and then.
So what happened is, the answer to this question lies in the computer of Pepsi's vendor, which was responsible for printing the numbers on the bottle caps. So the entire campaign functioned on the basic plan of having two winners who would get the grand prize of $40,000 each. The winning number was pre-decided to be 349. And these two bottles of Pepsi would be shipped to the Philippines by the company itself. But the entire plan went haywire when a glitch caused the vendors in the Philippines to manufacture 800,000 bottles with the winning number printed on their cap.
Oh my God.
So 800,000 bottle caps with the winning number of 349.
When there was supposed to be?
Just two. So they were printed.
And this company that was responsible for it was actually based in Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what happens when you outsource these kinds of things as well. Yeah. So
unbeknownst to this error, Pepsi continued pushing the campaign, and on the ill-fated day of the announcement of the grand prize, there were 490,116 Filipinos who claimed the prize, armed with their bottles bearing the number 349. So just more than half.
Yeah, a little bit more than half.
Yeah.
Almost 500,000.
Yes.
Compared to the 800,000 bottles that were printed. So this is at least like not the full damage that could have happened when it came. But still, that's a whopping number. And if everyone comes with claiming $40,000...
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. So Pepsi's original budget for the Number Fever was $2 million. But with this costly mistake, they were now in a fix, owing $32 billion to their customers. Consequently, the company refused to pay all of the claimants, citing a glitch in their supply management, and instead offered to pay all of them $18 each.
And knowing Filipinos, they would not take that
of course,
at all.
$18. You promised me 1 million pesos, and you're gonna give me $18. This would have also increased their budget to 8.7 million. So still, their budget was, more than quadrupled, but it was not acceptable to the people, eager as they were to win the huge prize in return for consuming all the carbonated drinks over the past months.
Imagine they could have used that money to go to the doctor for
No, but
all
that's
the
true.
health
That's
issues.
true. Like, buying Pepsi back in the day, especially if you're more of the lower income, coming from a lower income family, it's not the priority, right? And
Very
it's
true.
more of them buying these Pepsi products in hopes that they would win. So imagine like you're taking a quarter out of your wage just to buy soft drinks, which is
It's basically
really
buying a
necessity.
lottery ticket at that time.
Yeah.
But even I don't know if you remember, but even Mountain Dew had this similar strategy here, but it wasn't a cash prize. It was like win a jet ski, win a hat, win all these things. And I used to buy so much Mountain Dew just for my chance to win a jet ski.
How many hats did you?
I didn't win a hat. I won a handkerchief.
Okay.
So that was thanks, Mountain Dew.
Do you still have it with you?
Yes, I do.
Really?
I still do. Yes.
You need to take a picture and we need to show it to everyone.
Yeah.
So this is what went down. Okay.
This is the repercussions.
This is an alliance group was formed called the 349 or 349 Alliance Group, and people stormed the streets of Manila outside government offices and the Pepsi headquarters demanding justice.
As they should. I would have joined them.
It led to a full-blown riot across the country, with people being deployed to control the mobs of people. In the process, unfortunately, 5 people died, dozens were wounded, and around 40 company trucks were burnt. So most of the Pepsi trucks that they saw, they threw grenades. So grenades were thrown, blasts were witnessed in major cities, and many company officials were forced to flee out of the country to save themselves. There were thousands of court cases against Pepsi, and the company had to battle through all of them in the incoming years In 2006, fast forward, the Philippines Supreme Court started that Pepsi could not be held liable and cleared it off the criminal charges. Due to the entire campaign, the brand ended up with losses of $20 million, including physical, brand equity, and legal costs. In this manner, a company famous for its aerated drinks and for reliving stress through a fresh sip of soda ended up causing a major riot in a country due to one number with 3 digits, 349.
I don't know how the Philippine Supreme Court let that slide, though.
Well, that how are we surprised, right? It's an American company.
But still, like,
and
I don't know.
The
It
Philippines
doesn't fly
would
well for me.
never. I don't know now with now President Duterte, he just likes creating fuss with everyone else, but with now the Duterte fans will come after me. But back then, no one would want to have a rift or a fight with the Americans or the American government. They wouldn't want anything negative. You know how the Philippines worship the Americans.
That's true,
They felt
man. But
like
come
the
on.
Americans were the saviors.
There must have been some sort of bribe in this whole thing, and can you imagine?
Of course.
Five people died. Like, imagine Pepsi. Okay, I understand it was a mistake from a supplier, but come on, you can't do that if it's your company at the end of the line. I don't know how Pepsi is actually doing now in the Philippines. Do you know?
I know that it's not the number one soft drinks company, but it's still doing okay. I mean, that was my preferred soft drinks of choice.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
yes.
Or Sarsi.
I didn't like Sarsi. Sarsi had it was very sweet for me.
There was a
Like,
distinct taste,
yeah.
like almost root beery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Root beer is actually very big in Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Like, okay, let's say Pepsi did come into this with good intentions, of course, trying to bring up their market share at the same time.
Good intentions for them, not for the Filipinos.
Good intentions for them, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but then everything backfired because of this printing error where 800 bottle caps were printed instead of 2. 800,000, sorry. 800,000 instead of 2.
I just want to wrap my head around that. Like, imagine being in that factory, wherever it was, printing these bottle caps, and someone says, a specific instruction that 2 needs to be 3, 4. There wasn't any quality check happening. Like,
Yeah, that's also
from the people who were working directly in the factory, like really hand-holding the stuff, like doing it themselves, from the managers to the supervisors to whoever was responsible for this. No one really looked at this. It's a big campaign that they're pushing through, and no one even thought of looking at the numbers that they printed out.
Exactly. I think everyone must have learned a lesson
so odd
from this.
to me. Yeah, I guess maybe, yeah, back in 1992, technology, everything is so manual. But that's what's mind-boggling to me. Everything is manual. So in a conveyor belt of bottle caps or whatever's printing that, they could have seen 349, 349, 349, 349.
Yeah, if it was all printed at the same time and going through the same conveyor belt, one quality check inspector could have seen, oh, all of these are 349.
Everyone's winning?
Oh, is that right? Maybe I should check with my manager or someone higher up in the chain of authority, but
or maybe that person hated this company so much that he's like, you know what?
Let me turn a blind eye to this and
let me not say anything about
let the
it.
Filipinos and Pepsi deal with this.
Yeah, I don't know, but look, 1992 all the way to 2006, that's what, more than 10 years? 14 years. 14 years after, that was only the time that this was cleared up. So imagine like the family members of those 5 people who got killed as well.
What I read is that it happened in Davao, if I'm not mistaken,
Oh, wow.
and it was
not even in Manila.
and it was a stray grenade.
Oh,
So I think they were trying
to
to throw it at the trucks, and it by mistake went into a group, and then those 5 people had died.
Oh no, that's tragic.
That's really tragic.
Yeah.
But seriously, people will do anything for money. But to be honest, if I was in that,
I mean, they deserved it, right? Because they went through what was needed. It wasn't like they were getting it illegally or they were
Yeah, so when I was reading like the testimonies of people, one guy said that the moment he saw the 349, he quit his job.
Oh.
And then after quitting his job, he went straight to claim it. And then he found out, oh crap, there's 400,000 of you guys here.
Yeah.
So it was like, so a lot of people, I'm not sure it was him, but I'm sure like a lot of people, all walks of life in Philippines would have like decided, I want $1 million. They would have called their friends. Mom, finally I can pay for your medical bills. Dad, I can finally buy you that motorbike you actually wanted.
Yeah, actually, imagine like watching the television and the Pepsi company announcing that the 3-digit number is.
It was abs-cbn that
349.
announced it.
Was it?
It was abs-cbn.
And then they say 349, and you're looking at your bottle cap and you're like, I have 349. Imagine you have more than one 349. You bought 2 bottles with 349s.
Like $80,000 overnight.
I got 2 because they know that 2 people are gonna win it.
Yeah.
So imagine it's like, wow,
God.
I got 2 of them.
By that off chance, yes.
Yeah.
That would have been. But for me, I really hate the fact that the Supreme Government pardoned Pepsi for this.
Supreme Court, yeah.
Yeah, I think Pepsi should have really paid more than they should have when it came to these kinds of things. And I think that the Philippines should have not stood down at the end of 2006, and they should have tried to keep this going, because something as big as this, and Pepsi tried to just brush everything under the carpet.
I mean, I understand where they're coming from as well as a company, right? Because they won't be able to spend like how much would that be?
Come on.
$32 billion to all of the customers. $32 billion. Where are they going to get that?
Easily.
In 1992. No way.
Easily they can.
No way. $32 billion. That would cost them the whole company.
Easily they can. Let me see.
I mean, their budget was $2 million. So from $2 million, they incurred a loss of $20 million because of legal costs. So that means maybe some of the families or some of the people who claimed for the money were paid off, maybe not exactly $1 million pesos, but they were paid off some cost. And then PepsiCo's total net worth is 78 billion. Yeah, so that's half. That's half.
But at least what?
That's now. So in 1992, how much would that have cost?
Okay, what would you have done? Hey guys, sorry, this was all a mistake from our side. I'm speaking on behalf of Pepsi.
Okay.
Sorry guys, it was a complete misunderstanding. We printed more of these bottle caps than we should. I know the grand prize that you're supposed to be receiving is $40,000. The best we can do, guys, and hear me out, wait for it, $18. Come on, at least say like, at least give them like at least 1,000 or 2,000 each. Something that is life-changing. $18, come on, I can get it.
How much is that in pesos? Can you check?
$18?
Yeah.
But I'm talking in today's currency, okay?
Probably like 1,000 pesos?
USD and PHP.
Am I right? I don't know. Maybe my math's wrong. 1,000 pesos?
Almost 1,000.
Yeah, 900
Maybe
pesos.
by then it was 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000 pesos. Guys, come on. I burned 1,000 pesos.
No, actually, back then would have been less, because back then dollars cost less than now. The currency. Because our economy was much better back then than now.
At least give a payout to everyone.
What is happening outside my door?
This guy is also rioting. He found a 393. What is it? No, 349.
You already forgot about the 4 digits.
3 digits.
3 digits.
We are stupid, both stupid. Chani's trying to correct me, and then she's like, duh.
This is why we don't work for Pepsi, because we're going to create another mishap.
Pepsi should give me a job, though.
No, I wouldn't want to work for a company who distributes sugar.
Yeah, Janine is very selective with the company she works for. Any company approaches me, I'm like, yeah, sure. What? We're in the World War II sponsor? Yeah. Dope. Yeah. No, but seriously, $18 is like, come on, at least give everyone at least hear me out, at least $100.
Okay, can you calculate? Sorry, can you bring out your calculator now? Because we're both noobs in math. I mean, you're better than it. I'm a noob in math. I always need a calculator. So yeah, $18 times 490,000. Yeah, I can't.
Okay, around $8.8 million.
See, $8.8 million. So that's times 4 of their budget. More than.
Yeah, but still, come on. With a company worth this much was
So how much would you be happy with? Let's say
okay.
you're
Let's
one of
say
the victims.
okay. I'll be like, okay, I understand this was a printing mistake. This is something uncontrollable, and the damage is done. I would gratefully and happily accept $1,000.
One
And
thousand
that's only for me.
dollars.
I want everyone, all the rest of this 495,000 people, to also get the exact same amount as me.
So that means they would have to shell out almost $5 billion to pay every single person who had claimed.
Exactly. And then I would walk away still upset, but I would know that okay, Pepsi still kept their word. They made a mistake and they're trying to right their wrongs, and I totally understand that. And they're trying to be a bigger person. They might be hit with a very big dent in their books, but still they try to make the people happy. And at the end of the day, these customers will feel okay. Pepsi still cares about me. Why not try to still support them at the
I
end?
think as a company, that's a little bit too much. I'm going to be the devil's advocate here. As a company, it's going to be too much. So I'd probably go halfway, like $500.
Oh man, Janine.
$500 for everyone.
No. I would spit on your face.
Wow. I'm giving you half of what you asked for.
No.
Okay, then what are you going to do? Either that or nothing.
I'll take nothing and tell my boys to find you
Okay.
and
Throw grenades at me. Where did they get these grenades from? If they needed money, though, where? Who supplied them their grenades?
They took the $18, went and bought
Bought
it.
a grenade.
Yeah.
Such senseless.
No, but seriously.
Okay, I understand. I understand the boycott Pepsi movement, or maybe just the protesting, but the riots, I don't understand.
Come on, there's a riot for everything nowadays. People will riot for literally anything.
But a riot is a big commotion. It's like throwing grenades, killing people. That's a riot. But
No.
there's a way of like peacefully protesting or boycotting Pepsi. I think that would have put a dent to the company even more.
Yeah. I think because, okay, let's say, I'm sure a lot of people listening to this episode would have not known about this whole incident that took place. So I think, but that time there was no social media to cover it. So a lot of people were like, okay, this only happened in Philippines. Who cares what happens in that side of the world? We're in the West or something like that. But now, today, I'm saying if this happened, like let's say yesterday, the 349 was declared, and then everyone had to claim their prize. Oh man, the whole world will be standing with Philippines when it comes to something like this.
I think that's a really good point, because at that time it was just Philippines who were affected, right? I guess Pepsi sales across the world were still the same. If it was affected, maybe it just put like a scratch on it, but not anything in particular.
I think I will still, after knowing this, I would start now boycotting Pepsi.
Oh, okay.
But I think
It's not like you drink Pepsi.
Yeah, I'm more of a Coke guy,
No,
because
you just
I
drink.
like the font better.
You don't even drink. Well, maybe behind my back, but in front of me, it's not like you
No, soft
drink.
drinks, I've never been much of a soft drink person, but recently I've been having the cravings.
He's more of a Red Bull person, which I really hate.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Red Bull gives you wings. Red Bull sponsor us.
And Red Bull also, their cool marketing campaigns. Come on,
Marketing.
let's go skydiving. Let's go
Extreme
skiing.
sports.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
all
wanna-
about that life anyway. So
Really?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Since
I
when?
have a penny board in my car. Keep it there for in case my
Ooh,
car.
so extreme. Penny
What
board.
car do you drive? You have a sports car?
I have a penny board. And I have a bat. I have a baseball bat. Oh, man.
Okay, but
This
yeah.
is such an interesting story, though. I never stumbled upon it, to be honest. So thank you for sharing.
I think we should do this like once in a while, like these big.
we need to call it something. We need to have a segment about it.
You want to start a segment
Because
right
we
now?
have
Maybe
we have our handy advice segment,
or maybe
happy news of the
or like
week.
history or something with history.
Oh, I like that. I like history.
Yeah, I love history.
Handstory.
It sounds nice, but when I read it, it'll look like, what the hell?
Handstory.
Hand story.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but when you say it like that, it's
Hand story. There you go.
Hand story. Yeah, I think we're going to do that because I've been reading a lot of these articles where like a lot of people were taken advantage of, or stories that you never heard before. Like, have you heard about the Philippines, the bus that was hijacked by the police officer?
Yeah. I was in the Philippines then.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a major commotion.
And I visited not visited. I had a field trip a couple of days after, and you would see like the
glass
marks
and
the same.
shattering of
You'll see
everything.
some flowers around it, like people were.
Yeah, so I think we can do that. Like I love reading about this kind of stuff, and I hear a lot of these kinds of stories on different podcasts. So maybe we can do our take on it as well and try to educate our listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that wraps it up, guys. Please, I would love. This is the one time I actually want to beg and let you guys. Put you guys in our seats as well and let us know what you think about this. What would you have done in a case like this? Would you think that it was fair how they closed this case? Let us know, guys, and we would love to hear your feedback on this.
Yeah. And if you'd like to hear more of these stories, like if this segment in how do I say it? If this segment
interests you.
Wow. I lost the brain cell there. If this segment interests you, because we know that Handy Advice segments interests you guys a lot, and we always get a lot of reactions after that. We always get your input as well. You send us DMs after that, so we know that you like it, but we're trying to venture out to other things as well.
Yeah, we're still trying to find not our voice, but
just like
trying to
we don't want to be we don't want to be just that one podcast that talks about one thing.
Yeah, like their horror podcast, their history podcast. So like we like to like dip our toes into a little bit of everything. So we're trying our hand.
We're very diverse
at everything.
It's a diverse podcast.
Yes. Like us, we are very diverse.
We are.
But thank you guys. Like I said, please do comment on a video. If you want us to discuss a topic, you can also send us like something that happened in history or something that you would like us to discuss even further, so we can get something to add to our subject list. But if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. And like I said, please do subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like the video. And if you disliked it, you can hit the dislike button twice. She always laughs at that. It's like the third time I'm saying it, and she always like, that's so good. And if you're listening on any podcast platform, please do also subscribe to us there, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, you name it, or on that platform. And thank you once again. You can always contact us on haveanicedayshow@gmail.com, and you can also fill up the Handy Advice form, where we can easily find in the comment section below of our YouTube page or on our Instagram Linktree link. Yes. What else? Have I missed anything? Yeah, we would love to hear all the feedback that you have for us, guys. Please do share with us everything, and thank you for all the support once again. We really love you for that.
Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, please. That really helps us.
Yes, we were at the charts once upon a time in the beginning.
We were,
and let's try to keep that momentum.
We never checked again, but
yes, that's your department because I'm an Android person.
Okay.
But yes, thank you for everything, guys, and I think that's it. So on that note,
have a nice day. We love you guys.
We like you as a friend. Bye.
Bye.